Okay, it is 6:30 on the dot. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming out, and we're gonna try and make this real quick so that you can get home before the storm. So, opening remarks, I just want to say we had 18 views last month and 13 reviews of the video. So I think that's pretty good, you know, that we had 13 people actually. And thank you, Mark, for splitting that out from the meeting so that we could actually advertise that this is a separate video that they can watch on hospice. And so that's really good. So that's out on our web as well. That is out on our web, right, Mark?
Say again?
The video's on our web, right?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Perfect. So I think that's really good. We have quite a few little things to handle. Like, you know me, I put everything in the calendar or on the agenda because I can't remember everything. So I'm going to ask for a motion on the minutes for April 1st.
So I move to accept the minutes
Second.
from April 1st.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, perfect. I have one modification, that's just the spelling of my name somewhere in the middle.
How did that happen?
Saw that, yeah.
I wasn't here. Yeah, Warren, I'm impressed.
Yep, Marie abstained,
Yep.
and all in favor was? Good, okay. Moving right along. Senior Services update?
Okay, I don't have a ton to update because I'm just finishing up my summer newsletter, but for the month of May, we do have a farm trip scheduled for this Friday. It's not looking like we're going to be able to go, but we do have a rain date for the 23rd. But I'm holding off till tomorrow since this week's forecast has been all over the place. We have the Travelers Corral at the end of the month and a trip to Mystic Village. The summer calendar, I should hopefully have to the printer by first thing next week. Some of the highlights are the summer concert, and that's on June 13th here at the Senior Center. I have an investment person coming in talking about, you know, the volatile stock markets and what it means for you, your retirement, et cetera.
That's when?
That, I don't have the date, but it's, I think it's the last Friday of June. I have a boat trip I'm working on, a beach trip. And then we're also, I think I mentioned it last time, just seeing if we can get some people together to have interest in pickleball, to play over in the indoor courts in Suffield. So I'm just gonna put a shout out in the newsletter on that.
Okay. Very good.
And I know you're going to get to it later, but the flu clinic is on Wednesday, October 8th.
What? That's great to know. Is that a Monday?
A Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Oh. Also, then it won't be a Monday.
No, they weren't able to do that Monday. We were looking at the 6th because we've always done it on a Monday, but they weren't able to. They've had some turnover at Farmington Valley visiting nurse, and they're out of Litchfield now, so I have a new contact, and I think that's probably it. So they have more towns now that they're covering.
That's great they scheduled it this early.
Yes.
Usually they don't. You have
Yep.
to wait till like August or something.
And their time frame?
3:30 to 5:30, same time frame.
Okay.
I won't be able to participate, but no, I have to be at working evenings.
Because you're what?
Working evenings. I work from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, we'll get you at 1 o'clock.
I can help.
I'm teasing you. So I'll sign you up for the other things beforehand.
I'll be
How's
going
that?
around beforehand.
Yeah. Social services.
No
Elise?
update, she said. No
Okay,
updates.
perfect. All right.
I can see that. I have to change the time. They can go from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, not June. So that's when the schedule changed, 3, 1 to 5.
Okay, then I'll get you at 12. Or is the time going to change to 12 to 4?
You just gotta,
12 to 9?
are you there? Are you ready?
Thinking of that from 6:30 to 9:30.
All right, Johnny, I'll try not to pick on you.
That's okay. No goes with the flow.
Boy, that'll be a loss because you really know what's going on and you pick up the ball right away. You kind of like think in my brain.
Well, we've done it together several times. Yeah.
It's so helpful if people have done it before, they think before I need to like think it out sometimes. But, okay. The website, yeah, I haven't done the PowerPoint yet. But Marie, you checked out some things.
Yes, I emailed Eden when, the members are updated and it's just the access to the durable products. One has to be removed. As to the Northeast Medical Products handles a lot of it of the Northeast except East Granby. So I emailed them today. It's a list of all the towns of East Granby. So that'll be changed. And other than that, everything looks great. Minor changes. I sent it to Eden.
Okay.
Like the durable equipment for that, or the school volunteers 2025. The East Granby Commission on Aging 2025. Yeah, just minor stuff. Just dates.
Okay.
All right. And that was
Thank
great.
you.
Great.
All right. And as soon as I hook my phone up to a computer at some point, I'll be downloading all the events for the last 7, 8 months that I haven't done pictures for. Okay, the next thing, tech with teens. Kathy, Maya is out tonight,
Yep,
so.
Maya and I showed up. Danny, did you guys ever show
Yeah,
up? Oh,
I got
did you? Oh, good, okay.
We stayed till like 10:45, I think.
Nice.
So
And Warren, you,
Yeah, it was successful for me.
Oh, good,
Yeah,
good,
Maya
good.
spent some time with me, and we went through a lot of useless apps on my phone and my
Got rid of 'em?
laptop that I didn't need, and she cleaned that up for me. So if she was here, I'd offer her kudos today.
and she also offered a makeup class to one of my friends who couldn't come to the thing, and she met with her last Saturday, I think, and helped her out for an
Oh,
hour.
that's great.
Yeah, and so I think my friend is gonna hire her once a week for like $20 an hour and spend an hour with her to go through her phone and Google Docs and stuff like that. So,
Awesome.
yeah, so
Good.
she Maya showed up with 2 other young women, and then I think you had 2 guys show up with you, or?
they were supposed to, but then they ended up being on vacation and didn't tell anybody.
But you were there.
So it's just you.
So there was what, about four
Yep.
students? And we had 6 sign up. How
Yep.
many showed up?
People to get their,
Right, for help.
I think they were probably about 6, I think.
I counted at least 5, and I think somebody came in when I was
Yeah.
leaving. So there was at least 6, yeah.
Okay.
That was a success.
So overall, it was a success. Were they pleased with
I
that?
think so.
And should we do it again? Did anybody, ask if we're going to continue this, or anybody hear anything about, oh, I'm sorry I missed it, but I'd like it to happen again?
I missed it.
Well, my brother missed it, and he was interested in it. So if we do it again, I'll get him.
Yeah, maybe try it again and see if we get any takers.
Okay.
To do it again.
So maybe a redo in fall?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was successful for me.
awesome.
Plus,
Okay.
sometimes things that get updated and then people forget too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, I'm going to toss this out as a thought, but I'm just wondering if that's something we might also have at the villages, like a Saturday for an hour or 2 in their community center so that people don't have to worry about getting rides.
That's a really good idea.
I don't know. Just tossing it out. Kelly? Oh, yes, Kelly? Me, she says. What? You're talking to me? I'm done. I did my
I
part.
agree. I think that's a good idea too.
Okay.
Yeah, we
I mean, worst that happens is nobody shows up and then it.
Right, nobody
you know,
signs up.
It's always
Right.
good to try stuff, I think. So.
Okay. Yeah, well, we get better results at Higley, but,
So we do it at Higley first.
and then,
Try it at Higley in the fall and see what happens.
right.
Okay.
Okay. thank you, that's great. I'm really glad that happened.
Want to go.
I was probably getting my taxes done at that hour. The way it goes. Free attorney elder law program. And Eden's not here. I don't have an update. So I guess we're going to just table that. She hasn't spoken to you about that, right?
She gave me the name of the person. I had some other programs that I want to do before, because I've already done that before, so.
Okay.
Like I have some other things, so if it's something that you guys want done sooner rather than later, I would say do it as a commission. But she did give me the name and the number of the person, so if you're looking for that too, I can get you that.
Okay, so you did it in January, I believe, right?
No, that was the financial scams.
Oh, okay.
Elder law, I can't remember when I did it. I'd have to go back and look, but I have done.
It was
an elder
recent
law.
or
No, like what do you mean, by- like in the last year? No,
not in the last year?
no.
And when are you planning to do it?
I wasn't. I have some other stuff. I mean, I have like the notes, but I have some other things that, I have.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were going to do it.
Yes, yes, that was one of our initiatives that we voted on. I don't think it was the highest one, but it is something that we wanted to offer maybe a couple of times a year too, just because of what was involved. So if you could send that to me, and I have John and Warren, if you could schedule something like that, talk to them. Okay, Kelly, so just send me the info and I'll include you two and try and schedule something.
Okay.
Okay?
So last time it was that the individual was retiring or something, or leaving the practice, and it's going to somebody else.
Yeah. George Bickford, he's always been a great participant in town and stuff. So I don't know if that's who you have or if you've gone to,
I've had two different. I've had Bickford come, and then I've had, gosh.
but the name you,
Zepia Pope, and
oh,
they advertise. I don't know how to pronounce them.
who did you get to the name for?
Sorry?
Eden gave you a name.
Oh, Bickford's. That's whoever took I think it's like his nephew or something.
It's Nick or something.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So, but send me that and
I will.
I'll forward it too.
Okay.
So I'm going to do follow-up.
Did Bickford retire?
He's in the process. I don't know if it's official yet, but he brought in his nephew, Nick. And so the sign actually says his name and Bickford now. So I think he's taking over the practice, is what I've heard. So. Hopefully I remember what that means. Okay. Thank you. That's great. The Sunshine Fund.
It's quiet. So if anybody's got any names of somebody that could use a little boost and in their life, let me know.
Okay. I had a thought, but it's gone. So when it comes back, I'll let you know.
It flew away?
It's out there.
It's out there.
Okay.
It's out there. It was a fleeting thing. It was just something recent too, and I'm like, oh, that might be a good thing.
I had a thought, but I don't know what the balance is in the funds, but.
It's a little less than 3,000.
Is it the party, the birthday, 90-plus party was such a success? Are we planning on doing that again and contributing something?
Yeah, you could do that.
'Cause that was a big thing of Rich too, you know? That's-
Yeah.
Like that. So that-
Yeah.
It's
Does
your
anybody have
fund,
notes or
so
Anything from the party?
Pardon?
Does anybody have notes from what they did, invitations and what date they picked?
Well, it's a lot of work.
I know.
Kelly would vouch for that, so. it would have to be a
yeah, Kelly probably
collaborative
has a lot of
Probably be a
that.
collaborative of yes or no at this point.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was very well received.
It was.
It was definitely a lot of,
And they kind of said, can we do this every year?
Yeah.
And we were like,
No.
oh, because we did, it was quite expensive in general. I think it was like just about 3,000.
Was it?
I think they put 1,000. I think it was we had a budget of 1,000.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, you had a budget of 1,000?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
because I
so,
believe Eden put 1,000 in that, like, you have to kind of get it put in the
Ahead.
budget a year ahead.
right,
So it does take quite a bit of planning, so. But I think at that point, we had a budget of 1,000 and it was a little tight. We had good connections, like the plants we got were gorgeous.
Yeah,
The
there were
lady
things
gave
that
us like a
don't-
good deal.
right.
We did the blankets. We did, so we did work within the budget, but I mean, I think everything now. I don't know that we could do it with $1,000 now because just the food,
Tariffs, the
think of like how much food catering has gone up in the last
Right.
2 years.
Yeah. And this is not very good with how I say things. But we'd like to have a little bit of time between it so we have also new people that have reached the 90 point and not just
Having the same people.
the same people
Yeah.
that are now just older in 90s. We love them too, but we want to make sure we're including additional people that have hit the 90 mark or whatever.
So it can be a goal, 2027.
Yeah, so we can talk about it in the fall and see if we want to look at it. Okay, thank you. The next thing is new services listing for seniors. We're going to table that. Our 2 people are out.
And I will just say we are meeting with Suzanne next week to discuss that anyway. I know
Okay.
Suzanne's not here, but we have a meeting set up,
Right.
Denise and I, to talk to her.
So I know I've mentioned my goal for it. Yes, it is a great resource for you in a lease. I want it to be more than that. I want it to be a handout, a book that can be on the table that you can mention to people that are going through. Like Marie could use it right now, going through the process with her mother, if her mother was in town. What resources can I get, So all inclusive. So many times, we needed a hospital bed for my uncle. And by the time, we got hospice involved, he slept in it a day. But up until then, for 3 weeks, I was lifting him in and out of bed. So, it's, if we could have had a resource, where do you get a hospital bed if insurance isn't involved yet or you can't get it yet that quickly? And there are some places, and they'll take old hospital beds and refurbish them and all of that. And I'm a big proponent. I take pictures off the TV when something's advertised, and try and, so things like that I would like to have included in the book too, because I'm sure you guys get calls like that. I refer those calls to you, so.
I would say 95% of the calls we get are home health aides and just regular equipment that they can get from the Granby, like loaner closet, walkers, bath chairs. That's like almost all of the calls we get are related to those 2 things.
Does Oak Hill still provide and,
It was neat,
Lifting
and then
Pierce's
they, after
boxes.
COVID, switched. That's the problem with having like a physical book.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd be changing that
Things
constantly. It would be outdated,
Well,
like almost.
But it's at least a
Weekly.
starting point, or it could be a website that has more information that
Yeah.
would be easier to update than a physical book.
Yes.
But I don't know.
do I
And I
have,
think it'd be a work in progress, because you
So-
can find things and add it and
Right.
take them out and.
so on the website, I do just copy the links, so to update the durable products, like Northeast Medical Products out of, I think Middletown are great, but they serve just about every town, but they don't go any north of Hartford, They go as far as Weathersfield, and they have everything. And I have Oak Hill and Lift Care Systems that serve Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, but there's not that many.
No, and with the recent situation, just with
Yeah.
the federal government trickling down to the state government, I already lost, we had an RSVP transportation program that a lot of our seniors were using, gone.
Wow.
There's a lot of concern about all the just kind of
Right.
across the board cuts without any consideration into
And the other
who's
thing,
being affected.
the other thing too is, you know, and this isn't my impression, but a lot of seniors aren't on Facebook for resources. So someone on our team could post something, hey, somebody needs a regular ride on Mondays or whatever. You know, is there anybody that can offer that service or for a minimal charge or whatever? Something like that, because there's a lot of people that are willing to help and volunteer or just pay for the gas kind of a thing. So, but just having something to help out is usually a big
I
deal.
mean, we have not met senior rides, but it's.
Yes.
You know, you have to pay. The
Right.
RFP program
Well-
was a grant, and it was free, and it was really
Right.
nice to have.
Yeah, well, I know Nutmeg, just to go from East Granby to Granby Church was like $25
Wow.
back and forth. And that's like literally like maybe 3.5, 4 miles one way.
Wow.
So anyways, okay. Moving on. East Granby Cares Day. Annie, you're up.
I haven't really heard a lot about it after it happened, so we had to move it a week later because of a rain date. I think it went well because I haven't heard anything, but there's a little bit more participation this year with kids. Some of the kids who did it in the spring came back and did it in the fall again with their friends, even though they weren't in the class. So I think that it went pretty well, especially
Okay.
with more people.
Did they get to everybody, Danny?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Is it-
I know we had like people trying to add, cancel. It's like, it was
Last
a lot,
minute.
but, yeah, yes.
Oh, okay, so I know I'm not supposed to put names out there, but there is someone in town called Carolyn that she's been advertising a lot of free services and volunteering stuff, and she advertised that for us, I guess. But it was after our closeout date. So our closeout date was April 12th. And I saw it posted like, you know, the 20th for people to be calling in. So she didn't know there was a time late. So I don't know if she's a new employee or just a town member or something. But, so that might have been why you were getting more people. I don't really know. Have you heard from anybody that
About
participated?
that? No, I have not heard. But it was a little bit disjointed because I think they canceled the first one, but they were able to help a couple of people on that first day. If I'm not mistaken, like maybe something that wasn't all day raking outside, it was like moving furniture, and those people couldn't do the following week. So with the rain, it was a little disjointed. So that's why, you know, we were wondering,
Yeah.
did everyone just get, because even Saturday wasn't amazing either. So
Yeah.
this past Saturday, so I didn't know if
Yeah.
everyone was taken care of or if they, you know, switched the days or.
Pretty sure, but I'll double check with Paige.
Yeah, can you follow up on
Yeah.
that? Okay. That would be great. And we're going to do it again in the
Yep.
fall? Okay. So I think I think we had like 30 kids that were signed up.
Yeah, I think it was around that number.
Yeah, okay. But we only had like 10 to 12 participants needing the help.
There ended up being a little bit more,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so.
All right. Greater than 10 people and plus or minus 30 students. Okay, thank you. The plaque for Rich is, it's out there, and we were going to have a celebration. So it's really not the plaque, it's actually the celebration. I don't think they're budding yet. And I think we were wanting to have it when they were in full bloom. So I'm thinking we probably need to push that to the fall.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we'll look at it first thing in September. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Fine.
Okay.
I mean, don't they, those are the ever blooming, so they bloom all summer.
Well, I don't want to have it in June when it's just greens.
Oh, the flowers, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay, fine. And
That's
no,
what I was
understand where
thinking.
you're coming from, but I'm just,
because I'm showing them the woods with all of these
yeah,
stalks
I
at
know.
this point, because they,
no.
so I would like them to be in full bloom and gorgeous and say, look how gorgeous this
Yeah.
made this area. et cetera. That's
Okay.
my thought, but is
Fine
that
with me.
okay? Okay.
Yeah.
And that way, you know, it's a really beautiful tribute.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the plan of conservation and development, we talked about that. I did not send it in yet, but basically, I think the overall was, no, we're not there yet. And I had written down a couple of things too, like we needed a walkway from the senior centers and if possible, and things like that. So I will fill that out.
But speaking of development, does anybody know what's developing over there in front of the library? Where they're doing all that?
Oh, so that's actually on South Main Street. Okay, does anybody know for sure? Because I've only got second or
Understanding is
third.
It's commercial on the bottom and residential on the
Oh.
top, is my understanding.
So somebody just, Mr. Paskowitz, I just saw him this past weekend, and he said something like, he knew the gentleman who went to high school with my son that was doing all the lawn work, trees and all, and he said something about geos. And I caught it in a brief, you know, so I didn't know if Geos was building their own building, or, no, you don't think that's the case?
No, Guy Grillo bought it, and he used to do windows and stuff, those building renovations. And I think he wants to make that front house like his office. And he's gonna build retail and apartments.
Okay.
On the site.
Guy Grillo?
I think so. That's
Okay,
his name. It's Grillo Enterprises.
okay. All right.
Well, they saved the tree anyway,
For now.
for now.
What tree was that?
There's the big tree that's there, that's so beautiful, and graceful. Somebody must have seen it before it got,
Yeah. Okay,
Save it?
they did save it.
they did say that.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, that tree behind the.
Right there, you can see
Yeah,
it.
it's so pretty. What is it, a willow or?
No, there's
No.
something else.
Okay, watching the time. Balance and Fall program, Jess said she's gonna have a program, a document she's gonna send to me, and she's planning to do it in the fall.
That was very successful, I thought.
And you did the long-term one.
I did the long-term one, yes.
She's not doing a long-term, 6 weeks or whatever. She's going to do like a talk and a handout and probably like an hour or so. So that's my understanding at
Okay.
this point. But until I get the agenda but that's what she's been talking about at the meetings, correct? Am I correct, everybody?
It's a one-shot deal.
Yeah, yeah. Just so people have a handout, they know what to expect. She might do some, you know, show and tell on different movements or whatever, but I think that's what she was planning to do. And that we can do multiple times too, because if it's only an hour, it's not like, that was a 6.
That was 2 hours, 6 times, I think. it
8
was.
times.
8 times, yeah.
And there was a cost to it or no?
No,
Okay.
but it was very, they spent a lot of time reinforcing the information and doing the exercises with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they really did a nice job.
Good. And I think you said there was like 12 participants?
20.
20.
Give or
Okay.
take, some weeks, you know.
Yeah, a
some
couple
people
times.
couldn't come every time, but
Yeah.
we had, I think, originally 24, 25 sign up, and then over a couple of weeks, I think we were down to, on average, like 20.
Okay. Very good. Okay, Kathy, you're up. The senior art show, library display.
Yes, I didn't suggest that. Somebody else did, but I thought it was a great idea.
No, you were going to check with the
I
library to
checked with the
see
library and
if,
they said we'd be happy to host it, to do the display. Just let me know what day and how much space you need and how many people are going to be presenting. And I said, I'll get back to you as soon as I find all that stuff out.
okay. So what I do need is a committee that would like to volunteer to start advertising, because I think we're going to need to do that pretty soon and give them several months. So you didn't gather a date or anything from the
No,
library?
because I don't have a really clear understanding of exactly what we're going to be doing.
Okay,
I'll help you.
okay,
Were you
so
the person who suggested it? Did you?
No, no.
I don't remember who suggested it.
Jess did, and you know, again, the way I wonderfully state everything, I basically said she had a captive audience because they do it in an assisted living
Right,
environment.
right. So I'll hook up with Jess then. I'll ask Jess.
So, what we would have to do, because we don't have that captive audience, we really have to do a lot of advertising to get our audience members. And it's to show off any contribution or achievement or anything that they're very proud that they were successful in their life to display.
Yeah, okay, no.
So whether it, you know, it's called an art show, but it doesn't necessarily have to be art. If they are a seamstress and they made wedding gowns, or if they made wedding cakes their whole life, they may have pictures of wedding cakes. That's what I'm envisioning, what she was talking about.
Okay, I'll talk to Jess about it, and then I'll touch base with you. And
Well, all the hardware is there, so everybody would have to bring in their pictures or whatever with wire on them.
Did we confine that to
And-
just East Granby seniors?
Oh, yeah. What, or did you think we were doing multiple towns?
Well, the reason I ask is I was talking last night to a senior in Granby who does photography. He does a very good job and he's very proud of it. So give him a chance to show off his.
So you would like to expand it?
Well, I'm asking, do we normally do that or not?
let's start in East Granby,
Okay.
and then if it's a success, if we,
Or if we get 4 people, maybe we want to expand it a little bit so we get more participation?
yeah.
Okay.
East Granby does have participation from different towns in the art show that they have.
Oh, they do?
Library, yes, they do.
Juried art show,
Yeah,
like their annual.
yes, their annual one. So you got to be careful, yes.
Well, but this is
It
just.
doesn't matter,
Yeah,
you know,
we're
if they
the
want to
East
put it
Granby
in.
Commission on Aging, we could just
Yeah.
start with East Granby.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah.
get 2 people, you know, like, oops, okay, so we'll open it up to East Granby, to Granby and Suffield or something.
Okay.
Start small, right?
Start small,
Yeah.
see where we go from there.
All right, so Kathy, I have you.
Yep.
You're okay to
I'm
be
fine.
that? Okay, and then Lee, you
Yes.
said you wanted to?
I'll help.
Okay.
Well, we'll get it started, and then if we need more help.
Tom, weren't you in graphics? Weren't you in this environment? Weren't you in media or something in your past life?
I'd be happy to volunteer.
All right, Tom, thank you.
Jesus.
You got hooked real easy on that one.
I haven't really picked on you at all, so.
There you go.
All right. We're looking at doing it in the fall. So what I would like to have is a concept that we can start advertising in June and a date for the fall. And I would say probably October, late October maybe. So that would give us September to pull things together if we take the summer off.
But our commission will take the summer off, but I'm
We're
not going to
busy
take
with the wellness fair.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We got to get through the wellness fair, which is the 8th. So that'll take up our October meeting, but we don't want people coming out in November when it might be snowing or something. I don't know.
Spring project.
I mean, if you guys can get me something by the end of this week with like a coming this fall, you know, COA present, you know, like be on the lookout for something later.
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy to, because my newsletter will go to the printer next week. So
Okay,
it doesn't have to have everything in it, just a.
just an announcement.
Yes, like
Start
saying,
looking, start
this fall
thinking.
will be
Yep.
looking, but I would need you guys to just write
Looking
up.
for more
what it
information. or-
is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was in September, no?
Okay, that's fine.
I think it's,
I think that's great. Would either one of you, the 3 of you, would one of you like to write something up? Are you clear enough about?
I need to talk to Jess and figure out like what she had, what they had there.
I think I gave you the whole concept based on what Jess was saying, because she didn't organize it. She just, it was at her facility, so, but.
Let me see if they
she-
wrote something up. Maybe we can
Yeah.
take off from
Copy it.
there.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. We'd want
Or
to,
maybe Granby, they do a lot of different things too.
on a weekend or during the week, or have it up there for a week? Is that what we want to do? Like, what's the end game there?
Well, they have it for a month over at the library.
Yeah, but they sell.
But they have a
paintings for
grand
hundreds of
opening.
dollars and- Yeah.
I would talk to Jess and then talk to the library and say, what do you think? This is something new. And I don't know that we're going to have people standing by their achievement. I don't know.
For my purposes, I don't need any specific information. It would just be coming this, be on the lookout this fall. The
Okay.
COA will be doing
Okay.
and then whatever, and so if you can give me something like, I don't have a ton of space in my newsletter to begin with, so we're talking about just a little block, but at least
Yeah,
it piques
All right,
people's interest.
I'll do something
and-
for you tonight.
Okay.
Art show. And it, actually, it's not really an art show, it's an achievements.
I like the show and tell aspect of it. Right, does it have to be an achievement, achievement with a certain expectation on it?
So, show and tell of what?
of hobbies,
Recreational things. for
Create-
everybody.
Artistic endeavors, right?
town,
Personal prides,
what.
whatever it's what they're proud of.
Hobbies includes photography, art, cooking.
Yeah, it's just like a senior show and tell.
Yeah.
I'd say senior showcase, but sometimes we've called
Yeah.
health fair the senior showcase.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
just
We
wanted
used to call it the
be sure, like,
showcase.
I like
They don't
that,
mix
though, the
people up. Yeah,
showcase.
senior showcase.
Senior,
Too, but
senior showcase
Yeah.
of hobbies and,
Hobby showcase.
I don't know, what else would you say?
I don't know, I don't like
Where
the
does it-
hobby thing.
You don't like the hobby?
Okay, change.
Where's the hell?
It's gonna be at the library somewhere.
So did they stuff you in, or do they work with you?
How about lifetime achievement? No,
Too
lifetime?
heavy. Too much expectation.
held at the Kennedy Center.
Yeah. Gala. It's a gala. Bring your,
Go with this.
Senior show and tell. You have something.
Talent,
Show, something.
talent.
Oh, talent show.
No, that
Talent-
implies.
Now we're gonna get.
Talent show. How about talents?
Reciting a poem.
Talents showcase?
Just, how about senior showcase? Senior show and tell. I don't, just keep it real simple, no? I don't want to qualify it.
Senior show and tell in parentheses, art, photography, cooking, whatever, quilting.
Okay.
Knitting, whatever, right?
I'll get something
Anything
going.
you want to show people, that's all. Anything you want to show people.
Okay, financial scams. Scones and scams. We have it set for fall on a Saturday morning. Nobody took that one on yet.
Sounds like we have a lot to choose.
What's it about?
Financial scams.
Oh, the scams.
Yeah, financial scams. So that would be whether it comes in email, phone calls, online, on
Would that be a
TV.
cybersecurity kind of person to do that?
I think that's what Kelly had done in January, I believe.
Okay.
And you had quite a few people attend, I believe.
To think back.
I know, huh?
I think it was under 10, but somewhere around there.
About 10?
Yeah.
It's the one we stabbed together, I think. There's more than that.
You think it was more? I could run and look at my sign in, but it definitely wouldn't have been more than
Oh,
like
like-
12.
Yeah.
I want to say somewhere between 8 and 12 then.
Okay. But it has been in the suggestion box, probably the only suggestion in the suggestion box at the wellness fair. that said that would be something that they would like to see and on multiple times of the year. So, and I think it is a good thing because those are the people that get hit the most.
Who would we get to present it?
That is not a problem because anybody that's attended our wellness fair, that's a bank or whatever, they're eager to do that for us. So we could have People's Bank. You did People's Bank this time, right? I've had another bank offer. I've had, I think Carmen Funeral Home might have offered it as well. Stony Village offered. So there's a few people that have offered, so that I'm not worried about. It's just how do we want to pull it together? Okay? So I will table that and we'll talk about it again in June. Okay. I'm trying to get us out, 7-Eleven, and I'm looking for the skies. So, farmers market participation, should we do that again this year? And last year we did it once.
And we got Suzanne, so let's do it again this year.
I
Okay,
think it's worthwhile.
okay, who would like to sign up to participate? It is Fridays,
Me.
okay?
It was pleasant.
What time's it?
Last year. I liked it. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I'll do it again.
What times is it usually?
Help me out here.
2:30 to 6:30?
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I thought it ended earlier because I never get back to town in time.
It's 2:30 to 6:30.
2:30 to 6:30? But it's Friday, so 2:30 to 6:30. Okay,
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Warren, do you know the person, the contact person's name?
No.
Okay, Kathy, do you?
do.
Will you follow up on that?
Yes, I will.
And get us on the schedule? I don't know if we can go every week or if we want to do every week.
We went once last year. I thought that was great.
Oh, okay, once. You wanted, that was the question. How many times do you want to do it? Because we can go as many times as you'd like.
Yeah, certainly more than once, but we don't have to do every week. But it was a good time. And profitable for us too, I think. Because I had the feeling people who came over, looked at our display, probably didn't even know that we existed.
Good advertising.
Yeah.
What about the first one and the last one, Warren?
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
First and last. And then see if there's something special going on, any other,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's special things that happen throughout. Then we can maybe look at that. Okay.
Do you have to pay?
No,
No, ma'am.
no, they'll even give you a table and they'll give you an
Yeah, nice.
umbrella if you need one and, you know, I do have, you know, an easy up, so if you need an easy up, I have an easy up, I have portable tables, whatever you need.
And there's
you
some
need
good
that.
food there.
Awesome. Okay, so the next thing is from Eden. So this just came to me, and it is, we're gonna have a town, you know, the town is organizing a volunteer fair on the town campus Saturday, August 23rd, from 9 to 12. And we would love to have the Commission on Aging be a part of it. This event is a great way to showcase the incredible work you are doing, connect with community members, and recruit new volunteers. We will be providing each organization participating group with a table and a sign, and we encourage you to bring your creativity and decorate your table to showcase your mission and activities. Whether you would like to set up a table, share information, or just come mingle, we would be thrilled to have you involved with this exciting opportunity to celebrate and grow the incredible volunteer spirit in our community. If you are interested in joining us, please just reply to this email. We are happy to answer any questions and help make your setup easy and fun. So, do we want to participate?
Sure. What date is that?
It's Saturday,
Saturday.
August 23rd. And it is going to be 9 to 12, right here somewhere on campus. I would assume it's going to be by the gazebo or something. And supposedly it's all volunteer organizations. It's a volunteer fair.
Because if we didn't, people will wonder, where were we? Why didn't we participate, right?
I would think, yeah, if they know about it. So,
I can't. I'll probably be in Florida that time.
bad time to go to Florida.
Oh,
Bad.
my mom's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
August 27th?
23rd.
23rd.
23rd, okay. I already have it in here, volunteer for East Granby. Then.
So I guess you're volunteering, probably your land.
Oh, yeah, I'll be with the land trust, you're right. Well, I don't know, Jennifer can be with the land trust, I'll do the commission on aging.
So,
Warren, you're gonna do it too, right?
so we're going to say yes?
That's this, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I'll be there.
okay.
All right. I'll probably be there too, the way my life is going. So we're going to do the next one. Do we want to have July and August meetings?
No.
We should probably have an August meeting, talk about the stuff, we have quite a bit of stuff going on, won't we?
Yeah, we do.
Maybe August, skip July and meet in August? I don't know, what does everybody else think?
Well,
I think I
That makes
agree
sense.
with you.
no July.
No
I
July.
guess we could meet August or make it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're busy.
Can I have a motion to not have a July meeting?
I move to skip the July meeting and have an August meeting.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, very good. Motion carried, thank you. All right, now, the biggest thing is the Wellness Fair Committee assignments. You met, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't put this in here. I'm gonna slip this in real quick. I did get a request, I apologize, this is from you. 34th Annual Allgrove Seymour School Art Show. They're looking for volunteers, and it said May 2nd, so I had this posted at both of the villages in case somebody could do it. So the art show is an exciting and valuable experience for the children and their families as we celebrate the artistic achievements of our elementary students. In addition to the art display of over 1,000 pieces of student selected artwork, the PTO will be sponsoring a book fair for families to also enjoy. Please review the attached parent volunteer sheet and check off the area or areas where you would like to help. A confirmation note with additional information will be sent to you prior to the show. I look forward to seeing you and your children during this very special evening for visual arts. And they are looking for senior volunteers as well. So they wanted this printed out and sent back May 2nd, which we're a little bit late on. But if anybody wants to volunteer, they're looking for, I will help mount and label artwork for the show. I'm available on Monday, May 12th, from 9 a.m. to, or from 12:30 to, or I will mount and label artwork for the show. I'm available on Tuesday, May 13th, again, from 9 to something or 12:30. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me.
That's
Thank you. I will help hang artwork for the show. I'm available on Wednesday, May 14th, 9 a.m. to or 12:30 on. I can help hang artwork for the show and set up displays on the morning of the show, which is Thursday, May 15th, 9 to 12. Or I can take down artwork and displays on Friday, May 16th, 9 to 12. So, anybody available? Anybody want to do it?
I'll take dates, I just need the sheets, I can.
Yep,
figure it out.
that's a sheet.
Do you want one of these? The last one?
I'm gonna just stop talking. Oh, I said sidewalks. Oh, on that other thing, I did say sidewalks to farms and senior center. And to the center of the town, enhanced transportation services. That's what I had listed on the other thing. If you think of anything else, please let me know. So that was a yes. I have another sheet. Is there anybody else that wants to volunteer? Put up, take down? Don't hold back. Okay. All right. So the last thing is, what do you want to volunteer for? The Wellness Fair, committee assignments.
I would do better on setup, takedown, cleanup than I would on any computer kind of work. So I can
Okay.
set up, take down, clean up, keep everything stocked while the show is going on.
This is at Isle Grove?
No, this is our Wellness Fair in October 8th.
October.
That's Wednesday.
Yeah.
So-
I would do better on that than I would any kind of computer work.
Kelly has the.
So I can volunteer for advertising.
Okay.
Like banners.
Cheryl, quick question. What about our initiatives for 2025? Did you ever decide on those or?
Oh, we did, and we're working on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the balance in fall.
Me and you,
Oh,
right?
that was the balance of volunteers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? No, financial scams.
Show and tell was one of them, right?
And the new services listing. So we've got all, yeah.
Good stuff.
We're well on our way.
Okay. good.
Can you tell me, was that Isle Grove School where the art show was that they were looking for helpers?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
can I tell you?
I think it was out.
Yes, it was. No, Seymour, it was Seymour, wasn't it?
So this is.
No, it's all Grove.
Oh, it is all.
That's
Okay, all right, so if I can squeak it in, I'm not gonna sign up, but I'll show up,
Okay,
because I have doctor's appointments in there.
yeah. I hear you on that. I have a job. They don't know I work there anymore, but I do work
So
there.
as far as advertising.
Okay, so marketing, you're gonna do marketing, Marie, for
Right, but I will-
online.
But I will need help with people passing pamphlets out in several towns. But other than that, I could do what I've already started with, emails and whatnot, contacting the flyer and whatnot, so.
As a matter of fact, speaking of that, because I remember last year, we passed out pamphlets to, I think, Windsor, Enfield,
Yep.
South Windsor. Yeah, I could do that. I did it last year. I could do
Right.
that too.
Okay,
So it's good
You
to
did
do
that
that
last
several
year.
towns, but
You passed out
so what we're
stuff.
gonna do is put our flyer in, like the Yankee flyer, like a half a page or see what we
Right.
do, okay?
and it goes on GTV too, Granby.
You had a list last year of places.
Yeah.
Town that-
I have, it's
I could-
what I attached to the email.
I could do that.
This is,
How do you know who walks through the door? Do they have to sign in, anybody that comes into the?
Yes.
They have to sign in? So you-
well, they don't sign in, but what it is it's a little white piece of paper that they give us their name and their phone number and what town they're from, and that goes in for the general raffles. We do not track any names. No vendors
Yeah.
get to call
The
them.
reason why I'm asking is because if you find out that, we put a pamphlet into South Windsor, it was really successful. Well, how successful? How do you know who came from South Windsor? And is it worth doing again? Do we put it up on the same pole that nobody's gonna see, or, is there a different strategy? To make sure we get the right, we're getting.
Well, we
people
actually
the right pamphlets.
delivered them to buildings, senior facilities, and not senior facilities, but places like us, the Commission on Aging for other towns. We even went as far as Agawam last year, I think.
Well, I always do Feeding Hills, Agawam, Southwick, Granby, Bloomfield, Simsbury. We do everyone, and it's not supposed to be just office buildings or just the COAs. It's supposed to be every well-occupied business of just putting up the sign. The problem is getting you guys to help out, because I obviously can't do all of them.
Right.
I've even gone to the point where I put the signs in my car on the windows as I'm driving around somewhere. So, and I always have tape and the flyers in my car. So if I go somewhere and I see there isn't one, I go back, I grab one and I
That's the
put it
best
up.
thing to do. Keep it in the car, because if I go out to Southwick, I hit about 4 stores out there. A lot of places, there are places that won't let you,
They won't let you put it up, right?
but I can make a list of places that did,
Right. But we should be putting it up in like our doctor's offices and stuff like that, the dentists in town or Granby or whatever. It should be in there where people, are going to be, the seniors are going to go kind of a thing.
Doctor's offices are good, and even to leave it like on the table, like in the office, you know, not just hang it up, but people.
Right. So that's what the goal is to get the word out. Last year, we did have some people from other towns, but it wasn't as predominant as previous years, where we had a lot more people from other towns. Because we've had from Simsbury, Southwick, Agawam, Feeding Hills, as well as Granby, Suffield. We had a lot from Suffield. Haven't seen a lot from Windsor Locks or Bloomfield. But that just means whether or not we even advertised in that, you know? And that's the problem. And the other thing too is I put it on Facebook, but sometimes you have to join the group and then you have to get approved and then they have to approve what you're putting up there and all by the time. So that is something else that that's an activity that somebody can do. So it's not all me doing that. So the advertisement is really the big thing. And as for handing it out, everybody in this commission should be doing that. Everybody should have 5 to 10 of them on their being, and wherever they happen to go, put it out. As well as some people dedicated to just doing that, because that's the only way we can get the word out. But like the post office and all of our local businesses and stuff like that, it should be there.
Post office isn't like.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted it.
Yeah, put it on the
Most
window.
wanted, there you go.
So,
Picture up. Well, this.
So we need to decide on a gift. In the likelihood that we get the funding from People's Bank again, which I don't know that will not happen. So I use 4imprint because they have my logo and all, and it makes it easier. But Kelly uses different ones, different vendors for giveaways.
I don't think I've ever done anything that has,
Well, you've done blankets somewhere else.
oh yeah, that was like specialty at like the local, that would be really expensive, I think.
Okay.
So I would stick with that company because that was just for the 90th and it was very pricey.
Yeah. So they have done wonderfully for me. If I just say, I wasn't really thrilled, well, we'll drop off $50 for you. Okay.
Yeah,
we still have-
pads that they made up last year.
Do
were
we still
great.
have bags?
No, the bags are gone.
Bags are gone, but I think we still have some flashlight pens and some of the
Yeah, those pads were
notepads with
good.
magnets.
Those notepads are, I could use another one of them.
They're in the closet, yeah, just stop by. If I remember, I'll bring it to the next meeting.
Right,
Information.
right. So I need somebody to do investigations into, you basically, and these people also, if you go online and you say, I would like a sample, they'll send you a sample right away, and then, we can look at them in the new year. We haven't done pens, so that might be, something. I don't know.
There's a lot of pen giveaways though. A lot of businesses give pens.
True.
The pens
So
are special.
the big thing is, who wants to do the giveaway? These are the categories. Don't hesitate. Stand up and volunteer.
I volunteer for advertising.
Crickets. Crickets.
I just don't want to I don't want to commit to something I won't have time to do. But I might have time to do the giveaways. I would have time to do
Can
the.
I look at that for a second?
Sure. Okay. Vendor communications, that's the update of the database. So now that we have a date, it's easy enough for me to send a save the date to our current database. The big thing is when the emails come back undeliverable, somebody needs to call that agency, that vendor, and say, who's your new contact? Because these people do flip a lot. So they move to another organization, they change.
I did that. I'll do it again.
Okay. I can do the save the date. Now that we have a date, that's easy enough. And I get updates from Kelly and Elise of people that have walked in and said, hey, I want to be on the database. I just add them right in.
Wednesday, October 8th is set. What's the time?
For us, it'll be like 2:30 to 6:30. But we do a 3:30 to 6, I think we've done. You have to look
For
at
the
the
public,
flyers.
to advertise is 3:30 to 6.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that flyer will be updated for me to,
Well, who's going to update the flyer? Tom, marketing.
No.
No.
You can pick on me once.
I can pick on you once.
don't you have the flyer in here?
I do have the flyer, but I mean, I designed it like 5-6 years ago. It doesn't
Okay,
mean
so
it's
you-
the best flyer.
Forward the flyer to me, I can update the date. Look, the flyer.
Well, that,
right?
if we use the same flyer, then that's not a big deal to update. But if you have, creative juices,
Okay.
But it's-
I can send it to you and you can
We'll work
see
together.
what you'd like to do. Otherwise, I don't really care.
The flyer looked great last year. I think just updating the
Oh, is that
dates or
right?
just add your expertise, whatever.
Yeah, let's see
Yeah,
it.
if she sends it to you, then it's something legit, the template. I
Okay.
would need it to forward it to me for advertising.
Yes.
Set up a map with town services. Yeah, we need more than one on this stuff as well. Set up a map with town services. This is a one-person job. It's just arranging the tables for the vendors. I already have a table laid out, table design that I just send to the custodian so they know how many tables, where they're laid out.
We can
And
do
it's
that, right?
based on,
We are, yeah, we got,
okay. And let's see. You have a lot under marketing, so you're going to want to,
The other thing I'm going to sign really is to make sure it's people that cover certain towns to, drive
Yes.
and deliver pamphlets, flyers.
okay.
yeah, I did it last year, I can do it again.
Last year I didn't do anything, the year before I did the lots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we also have the raffle. The raffle is buy the raffle prizes with the grant funds if we get it. The COA votes on the prizes. So last year we did $100 total. We had a 50, a 30, and a 20. So if we vote on that again, somebody would just get gift certificates. We did Geisler's, Stop and Shop, Walmart, I think, is what we did.
Maybe decide on 50, 50.
No, 50, 30, and 20.
Yeah,
We did 3 different ones. And that one was for the punches. So that was, if they got 8 punches from vendors, then they went into that drawing. And so the raffle itself needs somebody at the day of to collect the raffle prizes and document from every vendor what they donated. And then part of that is also the drawing, document who won it, and then Kelly takes it from us. That hasn't become too much for you?
No. Okay.
Okay, because I'll just come
If
in
the
here.
people would just come and get their prizes, it would be very, very simple, but it's the,
Oh, they don't.
called them 3 times.
Sometimes she
not
ends up with a few
answering.
prizes, I think.
So
Oh, you end up with
I'm just kidding.
prizes after the fact?
I'm just kidding.
it's usually the ones that people don't really want, like mugs and, because I always tell them what they want. And then some, like, for example, someone got like 8 hours of home health service or something one year, and they didn't want it. They have no need for it. But then I ask them, like, on message number 3 or 4, I'll say, if you don't want it and you'd like us to be able to donate it, so then Elise and
somebody
I
else.
will donate, like, to somebody that we
No.
know
could you-
could use that type of service. So
Perfect.
Perfect for you. That's a perfect job.
yeah, it's kind of like either the niche
Yeah.
giveaways or just the ones that cheap out and give something really lame. The others, everyone is very happy with, and I would say 85% of the people come within
And get
2 or
their
3
stuff.
days and get their stuff. It's just a handful at the end.
Yeah, please don't give me any mugs either, right? I don't even drink coffee. I'm like, why do I have coffee mugs in my cabinet? It's taking up space. I've never had a cup of coffee in my life. Okay, so supplies is basically the day of, and I throw that stuff together. So I'll just put me down for the supplies.
You still have stuff left over.
I just have a whole box, couple of boxes.
Plus, I can help you with that too, because we'll be doing stuff inside.
Oh, yeah, helping me getting it out of the.
I'll do this. I'll take this.
She had so much fun shopping, she's gonna do it.
Oh, cool.
I had to show her one.
I just want the samples, that's all.
Yeah, right.
I showed her the
Okay,
cute thing, she goes, it's for me.
no problem. Food and
Reminding me,
beverages.
I was in a date.
I listed it, yeah, we're at 7:35. Okay, talking faster. Food and beverages is basically purchasing the small water bottles, napkins, and cookies with the grant funds, providing we get
I'll take
it.
it.
And the manager is tasked to stock and restore supplies as they're used. Display the cookies and water. We should have something on there with a tablecloth, because you guys don't have a tablecloth, do you?
Like a plastic tablecloth?
Yeah.
I brought
All
mine
the
a
vendors,
couple
they
times.
bring their own
Yeah,
sort of
like
stuff to put on the table.
Well, that's the vendors do, but we haven't had anything for the food table. We had a plastic one last year that she
Plastic one, yeah.
brought, she had, so,
Just like from the dollar
Yeah.
store or something?
yeah. But anyways, and then deliver to vendors refreshments. That's the other thing I've been running around trying to make sure because they can't get up.
Tell her I can do that too,
Nope.
because we'll be here setting up, taking down, keep
Okay.
everything running.
Who's gonna be the meat greeter? The greeter?
You didn't do it.
I won't be here.
You can't be here.
That's great. That raffle was Peter on the night of bed.
Okay, so the day of the event, and again, these are at the day of the event. So all of that activity was beforehand, for the most part. And by the way, I get you the money, so once the grant is funded, I cash the check. I have it sent to me, because otherwise I can't get it cashed. It's a real hassle when it's written out to the town to get it processed, so.
Are they giving it to bank?
I have to, that's the job. It's a grant fund, we have to apply for it, so. So duties at the event, which we don't have to necessarily go over and assign yet, but it's receptionist, we need 2. You hand out the brochure, the punch raffle, the giveaway, and you talk to them. All right, you got to give them the brochure too, to say this is what it is, and have every attendant do the raffle, the registration raffle, and you direct people to the flu shots, because a lot of people come in for the flu shots. That's why we're combined with it. Some won't even talk to you, they just want to go to the flu shots. Then we need I called it a vendor concierge. And that's to welcome the vendors, so that the receptionists aren't doing that. They should be coming in a half hour to an hour before the event. But we welcome the vendors, we provide the unique punch, explain the process of the stamps, and then we direct them to the tables. No main tables should be empty. So we've allowed them to pick their tables, and then I've had empty tables down the center. We can't have that. So we've got to guide them a little bit to make sure that,
Well, if we
Yeah.
get more vendors, we won't have to worry about it.
I'm sorry, what?
If we get more vendors, we'll just stuff all the tables.
You know what? Last year, I think I had 3 no-shows.
You're not inviting them back then, I take it, correct? The people who no-show?
Yeah.
We're gonna set up the table so we can guide them to the tables.
Well,
right?
well, the town sets that, doesn't the town?
Yeah, they put the tables.
Oh, they put the tables up. Oh, yeah. The table layout is just based on how many vendors that I have. I just make sure I have a table for every vendor.
town-
And that whole area is just the flu clinic, and they have so many
But the town will
tables.
set it up with a map,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I have a standard map, but I may have to modify it or whatever. So that's the vendor, and then a food manager, which is keep the food stocked, chilled waters.
We can do that.
So That's on the day of.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yep. The COA table manager, that means somebody has to manage our table, which has all of the handouts of things and just talking to them, offering the suggestion box, et cetera. And last year, there was like 7 people sitting at the table. So we only need 1 or 2 to talk to the people, and the others should be just working somewhere.
So Elise likes to volunteer even,
Felice?
Elise. right?
Yes.
Yeah, she likes to,
Yep. Raffle guru, and that is to obtain and track the raffle prizes, display the raffle prizes. It worked really good with having those tables over there. And then assist with drawing and tracking the raffle winners, which should start about 5:30, 5:45. And then the last is the cleanup crew, toss the garbage, pick up big trash from the floor. I think they vacuum for us, right, Kelly?
They usually like in the next morning.
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't
I
have
would
to
say
do
if
that,
there's
right?
like, if somebody,
We have to move the
like,
tables first.
if there was a bunch of stuff or something, then we could probably vacuum it,
Also
but,
do the.
yeah, they come in the morning and take it out.
Well, we don't take down any of the tables or chairs,
just throw stuff out and clean up, make
Yeah.
sure nothing on the
We can
floor.
do that.
Yeah.
so it's really, you know,
Whoever's
do the front
attends,
desk
usually
with the
stays,
greeting
and
event.
greeter?
we don't have
Okay,
to leave early, they, you know.
Perfect.
I've been here every year to clean up if I could do nothing else.
We can do that.
I mean, place that gets a little messy here in the kitchen.
Excuse me.
I mean, it doesn't take long.
what did I call, okay. You'll be a receptionist, okay. So,
So when the town comes in, they're just
All the people
putting the
back here
removing the tables, and then they don't have to
Should be
deal with
done.
anything else.
well, Jess offered to do something too. So I think she wants to be on the pick the prize stuff too. So, okay, so I think we're in good shape. The biggest thing is I've got to send Tom the current flyer and see if you can dress it up. It is old. I don't know if there's a bonus to having it be repetitive, or we need to make it more eye-catching, or, you know, I'd be this at 2:00 in the morning based on whatever my brain is working at that point.
So the only thing you really need is still someone to do the raffle on set, you know, that day of.
Well, whoever signs up to do raffle prizes, that would be what they would do. So,
Accomplish it the next meeting, hopefully.
yep, we have a couple of people that haven't signed up, so. October 8th. Kelly, don't mean to point at you, but are you going to reserve the room?
Already done.
Awesome. Check.
The only thing I will say is Andrew is no longer with buildings. He's over at DPW. So Todd is the person, but he's solo right now. So when we get closer, just make sure to check in with Eden that gets set, and it possibly might need you to come in to like meet with Todd at some point beforehand, since he's never set up for it before.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so just.
So we
Andrew
lost, was it Ray too?
No, Ray's here still, but he's not usually the one that like does all this setup.
Okay,
Andrew was the one who typically did the setup.
so it's Todd.
Yep.
All right.
So just
What's
kind of,
Todd's last name, or is it just Todd at East Granby?
just Todd. I was like, I don't know.
That's all right. I don't have to worry about it now, but, so, comments from the public? We have no public. So comments from COA?
At least you won't have to be doing the whole thing yourself this year.
That would be thrilling.
And I have somebody already signed up for the next, tech, what is it, tech?
Talk with teens.
Yeah, what do we
with
call it?
teens.
Talk,
Tech with teens.
tech with teens, we have somebody signed up for that, yeah.
All right,
Good luck.
Yeah.
okay. We're running late, so
Right, nice to see
comments?
everybody. Hopefully we have spring real soon.
So by the way, don't lose electricity.
I know, huh?
Marie, is that the sheet of what Cheryl was talking from?
This is the East Granby Wellness Fair.
Is,
Do you have
Warren,
another one
anybody?
of these?
Yep.
Any comments?
I made a,
I had mine.
Okay.
You got one for yourself?
Lee, any comments?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly?
No comment.
Tom? John?
No comments.
No comments? Danny? Donna?
Good meeting. No, you can have it.
All right,
Do you need it?
okay.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
John, second.
Do you need this?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
None.
None.
Motion carried.
Yeah.
Meeting has adjourned. Thank you very much.